Darby, well, as he just said, the heat really isn't going anywhere anytime soon. As you head out this weekend, emergency officials, they are preaching common sense.
Yeah, let's go to meteorologist Robert Suhr. He's out in the elements with how to keep you safe.
Guys, good evening to you. I'm here at Cross Creek Park in Farmington. Now, typically on a Friday night, this place is booming with children enjoying themselves. But today, it's a barren wasteland. The reason, it's simply too hot outside. And officials I spoke with told me that if you are going to be outside this weekend for any amount of time, well, you're going to want to make sure you have plenty of this on hand. With temperatures above 100 degrees expected in many locations this weekend, you might quickly find yourself being overcome by the unusually hot weather. We all know it gets hot in Arkansas in the summer, but this is unusual even for our area. I stopped by the Rogers Fire Department and chatted with Captain Omar Carrillo about who is especially at risk in the heat.
Usually in the heat, we worry more about in our extreme in ages. So the really young or the really old, they're really more prone to heat emergencies. So if they're going to be out in the heat, we usually recommend that they get out really early or later in the evening where it might be a little bit more shady.
He adds so far heat-related calls to the department have been low, but they do expect those to increase in the coming days. Meanwhile, back at the park, I caught up with Paula Bradbury and her grandson out pitching stones in Branch Creek. She tells me the heat needs to go.
I'm not sure on a 1 to 10 that there's a scale, but maybe 15. Don't deal well with this kind of heat for long periods of time, and today is miserable. And of course, I wouldn't be out here except for this little guy who wanted to go play in the creek, which I have to admit, it's better down there than it is anywhere else. He wanted to play on the playground, but everything's been in the sun, so you can't, it's just too hot.
Emergency officials say if your weekend plans do involve the outdoors, just follow these instructions.
Make sure you pre-hydrate, work in the shade, take breaks, make sure you eat a good meal, and kind of limit your caffeine intake, which could elevate your heart rate a little bit and cause you to become dehydrated a little sooner.
And with the extreme heat expected to continue for the foreseeable future, medical experts say the minute you're outside and you start to feel uneasy about your health, that's when you need to find that shade, find that air conditioning to get yourself in a less dangerous situation. In Farmington, Robert Suhr, 4029 News.